G'day everyone, and welcome to a brand new series for our little community. This is Gold Rush, the game. Now, I'll read a little bit off Steam and give you the what's what of this game. So, the description. Become a gold miner. Work hard, dig deep, explore the world, and you'll become the wealthiest man in Alaska. Use a variety of specialized machines to find as much gold as you can. Okay, so this game is based off the Discovery Channel TV show Gold Rush. And as you can see, they've used the pictures of some of the stars of the show here. I've actually watched this show right from the start, so I actually should have started doing this series a lot when it first came out. But we're here now. So, for those of you who don't know the show, these guys here are Todd Hoffman, Tony Weeks, and Parker Schnovel. Todd and Parker were the originals, basically. In the early days, and Parker, along with his grandfather, who I believe has since passed away, were the original, and Todd with his family, with his father, who's quite an interesting character if you watch the show. So, that's sort of an idea of who these folks are and where this game came from. So, we are going to... I've been playing around a little bit of a test game, just getting a feel for the controls and whatnot. So, we're going to jump right into a new game. So yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, then have a handbrake. Alright, okay, here we go. Looking for a guide. There are two ways of getting the info about our game, about our in-game systems. First is the journal, which you can access by pressing tab. The second one is the dig tube, a library of movies about the game. Every in-game mechanic is explained here. If you find anything that is not explained, please send a message on any of the available social media channels. Alright, so we don't want to see that again, so we'll go OK. Alright, so here's dig tube. Talks about the places, town, bank. Shows you how to get there. That's quite cool. Journal, so here you go, gold mining tier 1. Go to the bank, rent old Arnold parcel claim. Go to a house, buy these things, load them in your truck. Good in theory. Go to claim, set it up, blah blah blah. We'll be deviating slightly from this, but this is the tutorial version, and yeah, we'll probably set this up initially, but we'll also be buying the bits to do the upgrade as well. Okay, so then tier 2, you got mobile wash plant, mobile generator, magnetite separator, which from what I have seen is a valuable piece of equipment. And a small excavator, which is pretty cool. Tier 3 introduces the hardcore. This is the stuff that you see on the show. Right, big duplex jig, sluice boxes, shaker, trommel, the whole 9 yards, right? This is where it's at. So, and they have in the journal a description of all the pieces of equipment, what they're used for. I'll go through them. You want to read them, please feel free to pause them. You do have to make repairs from time to time. If you leave the lights on, you will need to replace the battery. All these things can happen. Okay. Explains how to. Yep, ding, loading, washing, panning. Right. There you go. It explains the stores, gas station, hiring workers, the tablet map. Alright, so that is everything in the journal. Here's the map. So, Old Arnold parcel's where we're going to kick things off. And there's Nighthawk Claim, Pine Valley, and Rivertown as other options, which is cool. You can sell your magnetite here. Bank, gas station, where you buy stuff, where you smelt your gold at the blacksmith. So yeah, that's pretty muchly a muchness of what we've got to go with. So here we are at Haines, Alaska, and this is, if you watch the show, this is where Parker comes from. So anywho, let's jump in our truck here. Press Z to bring up the controls. Okay, so I'm still, we'll do that, and what we're going to do is go 3, get a better camera, and we are going to turn the handbrake off and accelerate away. So first stop is the bank, because as you can see we only have $224. So we are going to take out a loan. We have the now sometimes if you time this right and don't hit the light pole, you can pull a pretty significant handbrake turn, but not this time. So we're just going to back in here like this, because we, now you do have to do, you can't get out of a moving car and all that stuff like you can in most games, and you don't see, well, I haven't seen any other people as yet. So here's the bank, and you don't go into the actual building, it just brings up a menu. Alright, cool. So first things first, we're going to take out a loan. You can only take out a small loan at the start. We're going to take out $5 grand's worth and buy some stuff, and we're going to pay it back over, you know what, we're going to pay it back over 2 weeks. So it only charges $380 a day, which is cool. So if we take that loan and go boom, and we go Old Arnold parcel rent, and that's rented. So cancel to get out. We can head back to our car. Let's just, before we get going, let's check where we want to go to the warehouse, which is on our, should be on our left here. So park brake off. And we're underway. So here's the warehouse here, and one thing you want to do is back in, because it will make loading the equipment much easier. So basically what happens, is when you buy stuff in here, it all gets put into this zone here, and then you whack it in the trailer. So we're just going to open the tailgate now, save us doing it later. Alright, so what do we need? We're going to need, alright, so let's take a look at the journal, and we'll start with what they suggest for tier 1. Okay, and we'll use this stuff later on when we start getting work. Alright, cool. So it says hog pan, no pump, hog pan, sluice box core, 2 hog pan mats, and a bucket. Right. So let's come over here. Here we have hog pan pump and a hog pan no pump. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy one of those. We're also going to buy the pump one as well, because we are going to use that. Here's our hog pan mats. We need 4 of those, because not only are we going to buy the core, we're also going to buy the extension. Okay, we can't do that because we've filled up our slots. So when that happens, you go over here and pay for everything. And then this will direct you, as I said, out here where you can see our stuff has been just unceremoniously dumped on the ground. So what I'm going to do, so to move these, pick them up, because your guy is legitimately strong. Because I don't think we can't zoom out, so it makes it really hard to line stuff up, because you've got to get it over and then eat a drop. And these bollards are really annoying. So yeah, see, and it only picks it up one way, so you can't actually, it makes it really, really hard to maneuver stuff. Anyway, we've got that in nicely. Alright, let's get our hog pans, plonk him down there. This is the pump version, because it's got a pipe for a pump. And it's got called a golden retriever, which is pretty cool. Alright. Much better. Alright. So in my test game, I actually bought a trailer to help with all this stuff. And we'll see how we're going. We do need to get a Jenny and some buckets, and as I said, these bollards are really annoying. They don't actually let you walk, push you around them. Like some games, you run into an obstacle. So this is something we'll buy later, is the magnetite trailer, and here's the mobile wash plant. All stuff we're going to get later. The wave table I'd really like, but so we need sluice box extension. Add. And we need a Jenny. Do we need the Jenny yet, or just the pump? I'm not sure if we need the generator just yet. We definitely need the water pump. Not sure if we need the generator, because that also yeah, it does. It runs on petrol. So we need a large hose and a small hose, and don't need any of those yet. Yeah. Worry about the power stuff later. We do need to come over here and get a water filter and buckets. Let's get 4 buckets and wavetable jets. Cool. Batteries. We will get a couple of jerry cans if we can. We'll get a jerry can. Because that will be handy. Alright, so I think we now have everything we need and plenty of money to spare. Alright, so let's see how we go getting all of this guff onto our truck. Yeah, one thing I'd like is to be able to zoom out so I can see how I'm placing stuff a bit better. Because right now it's pretty darn difficult. But we're making a good fist of it. So let's get our Jenny. We want to put our Jenny on the back here. Like so. Because we want to make it easy to fill up with petrol. Let me go to the servo. Might work. Let's get our water filter because we need that for the pump. Now buckets are important because you need to be able to wash the mats. We're stuck on a bollard, aren't we? So I won't do that. Oh, Yeah, movement is not awesome in this game yet. It's not technically not categorized early access. Come on. Come on! Close! You can do it! There we go. Alright, all loaded and we didn't need to spend money on a trailer. Beautiful. Alright, so let's jump in. Park brake off, engine on. Let's go to the servo, which is back up this end of town. Let's fill up our jerry can and our water pump. And then we're going to go and get our gold digging on, folks. We're going to get our gold digging on. Try not to hit the Bowsers. Alright, let's grab a fuel pump. It's got a long hose, this fuel pump, so we can come all the way over here. And well, there's the fill port for the jerry can, which we can't quite get to. Let's open that. Then we pick this up. If we can't get this to... Come on. You know you want to... Oh man. This is getting really troublesome. Okay, there it is. See when it goes like that. You go fill it up, refuel. So that boy's full. That boy's full. Fill up the jerry can. 20 gals. Beautiful. Alright. Put this back. Beautiful. Alright. Close the tailgate. Concept. Alright, let's get... Let's get this show on the road. Let's head over to our new claim, Old Arnold Parcel. And I think from memory we go up here, don't we? Yes, we need to turn here past the cop shop and head off down this. Here's where you buy the big equipment, the dump truck and all of that cool stuff. Don't need to check for trains because it doesn't look like there's been a train on that line for a while. So we just cruise around this little road here. We're coming up on the power, sort of power station-y kind of deal. So this is where the this is where you come to sell magnetite. There's a loading grate just here. So when you get to the magnetite trailer, you bring it here and you sell your magnetite, which we'll do as we go along. And just up here, over this here little hill, will be our beginning claim, our rented Arnold parcel. There we go. Welcome to Old Arnold Parcel sign. Beautiful. Come down the track. Oops. And here's our claim. So we've got a storage shed, portaloo, dumpster, all that good stuff over here. We've got water. So we're going to park the truck here because this is where you set up the hog pan. So I want the truck as close to where we've got to move the majority of our equipment, folks. So this is where we'll be. This is where we'll be digging to begin with. So they have this area here, which helps you, where you line up the hog pan and the sluice boxes and all that stuff. And this dark stuff is mineable ground. So if you use not the full stop and the comma key, you cycle through your flashlight, your shovel, and your hands. So the shovel won't work. It won't dig ground that you're not allowed to mine. But when you get a dark patch like this, it will dig it up. But I won't do that right now because we don't want to waste it. What we're going to do is unload the things we're going to need. So dump you there. Pumpy. Oh, bucket taken. Whoa. Okay, bucket's one out too. And you see that that's full of water. Oh, full of water, full of petrol. That's our hog pan pump. A pump usable one. It's our non one. So, yeah, small hose out. Get our tailgate. Jump up here. Get our. Chuck the mats out there. Alright. Let's get this bucket and bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Everything's unloaded. Nice. We'll just move these buckets so they're not run over. Cool. Excellent. So, let's get our... which one's our core? That's our core. Pretty sure this is the core part. So with our limited view, we're going to walk this down here to here, and then yep, we set that up like so, and we run back, get our extension. It's just going to let us catch extra gold. You don't have an inventory backpacky kind of thing like all the other games we do. You have to bring each individual thing one by one, which, you know, is a little bit more realistic than loading up a backpack full of, you know, 10,000 pieces of wood and, you know, and carrying that around like you're Conan the Barbarian or something, right? So there we go. We've set up our sluice boxes and our mats, which is cool. Now we need to get our basic hog pan, and we're going to use this just once, and then we're going to put on the... Then we're going to do the pump, and then we're going to put the pump in and really go to town. Alright, so because what you've got to do is take... Geez, where are the rest of my buckets? 1, 2, 3... and these buckets like to run away. Alright. Let's get you, Mr. Lying Down Bucket. So you need to pour water manually into this thing. So to sluice the gold, which is not ideal, folks. Okay, so we're set up now. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. We're going to get our shovel out. We're going to come up here and we're going to go dig. So there you go. We've got our first shovel load of pay dirt, and we're going to tip it in there like that. It's going to say 10%. What we're going to do is we're going to keep going until it's 100% full of gold. And then we're going to put the water through, because it makes a little more sense to do it that way. But yeah, as soon as we get the chance, we're going to... As soon as I've shown you how to do this, and we've panned the gold... It's actually something we need to go and get to. It's already afternoon. Alright, 100% full. Let's go back to our hands, pick up the bucket. Use. Alright, so there's the bucket outline. Put it there, pour it in. There you go, that's washed 20... nearly 40% of the material out of the hog pan. So you do that again. You see the gold flakes sometimes come down here as you're watching. There's a gold flake. And that should be getting caught by the mats. So we're down to 25% in the... You can see the mats are at 3%. So when they get to 100%, you wash them out. That's going to... That will empty out our hog pan collector. And we have 4%. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Does take a lot of work to get the gold here, so... What we'll do, we'll fill her up again. Now, after this first episode, I will cut a lot of this inconsequential digging. We'll try and cut a bit of this out, sort of save. But this is basically the early. You know, this is the early game in this game. You dig, you dig, you dig, and then you pour water. This is what you do if you follow the. Essentially the tutorial guide. This is your early game. So, and that is why that's why you jump straight to. We'll do one more load. We'll wash one more load through, and then we'll set up the pump. So then we can. Then we don't have to worry about this step. We just shovel. Dirt straight in, and it's much more user friendly. Okay, so that's empty. Beautiful. So what we're going to do is, once that's done, once the water finishes going through, we're going to pick up our golden retriever. We're going to bring that back over here. We're going to dump it over here. It will have a use later. We're going to get our hog pan pump version. We are going to... Oops. Try and get it targeted. Beautiful. Now we're going to get Uncle Pump. Pick him up. We'll bring him over here. Out of the way. Good. Then we're going to get you. And attach you. I'm going to pick you up. Bring you over here. And then we're going to connect you. That's out. That's in. Beautiful. Then we're going to... No. Oh. There we go. Pumps in the water. Actually, what we're going to do, we're just going to pick... No, we can't pick it up now. We'd like to have turned that around. Anyway. So, what we need to do is now get a small hose. And, you know what? I'm just going to turn the volume down just slightly. Fix. Just didn't turn it down to half because yet I haven't seen any dialogue. But that water is noisy as so what we're going to do is we want to connect this to the out. And then we want to connect this to the in. So we've now got water coming to our hog pan. So if we come over here and find the ripcord, which should be there. There's our off switch. So if we go, there you go. Look at that, water running. All's good in the world. So now what we do is now we go to town because that'll wash it straight through, and as you can see, our numbers start going up. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to pause the video here. Actually, you know what? I'll get this up to these mats up to 100% off camera, and when we come back in the next episode, we will pan the gold. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to pause it here, and we are going to come back, and we're going to get gold today. Episode 1. Alright, so I'm going to pause and I'll be back when we've got gold. See you very soon. G'day folks, we're back. It's dawn. We did pass the night. You go to there's a caravan up there which you can use to pass the night, and we passed the last couple of hours to get to dawn because it took us about half an hour to grind our way up to 96%. So we're just going to do the last few shovel loads. As you can see, and then we're going to show you how we get the gold out of the mats. Now, I definitely did put the mats in because this would be really embarrassing. Alright. One more shovel. One more shovel. 100. There we go. 100%. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Okay. And yes, we had mats in there. That is good. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to come here, we're going to survey our nice hole that we've dug. And the one thing I know from watching this show is that the deeper you dig, the better the quality of gold. So anyway, we've got a nice fresh bucket there. We're going to pick up the mat, and we're going to miss. We're going to dunk him in there like that. I don't think you have to do it again. So pop him back there, get the next mat. Get the outline. Boom, like that. Pop him back there. Do that. I think what I will do, I will just test the theory. Here. Just test something. But I don't think you have to dunk them more than once. Or you can dunk them more than once and get anything out of it. What we'll do, we'll grab the second bucket. Come on over here. Grab a bucket full. I'm just going to do this quickly again. So I want to see if we get any more... no. Okay. One wash is all you get. Alright, there you go. See, everything's empty. We use 30% of our petrol. Let's grab this bucket. Let's come carefully over here. Oh. Right, now there's the caravan where you pass the night. Here's your tent where all your good stuff. So in here we've got this bucket. We could have bought one, but we didn't because you get one. So what we're going to do, we're going to come around here. We're going to drop that there. Then we're going to get this bucket of water, which we will need anyway, which we were going to need anyway. So we come over here and, oh no, you'd actually have to go and manually fill that bad boy. You can't just bring a bucket to it. We'll plonk him there. Go back to the tent. Oh. Get our gold pan. Drop the gold pan on the ground. So pick up the bucket and you pour some of the concentrate into the pan. You then pick the pan up, and where this outline is on the trough, you go ahead and click there, and that gives you the view. So you see on the left there, it shows you how your commands. So if we press the left mouse button, the pan goes down, and when you get it far enough, it will get some water. And you bring it up. Now you can move. You can tilt it with the WSAD keys, and you can move it around by rotating the mouse, and you can see the water's going dirtier the more we move it. I'm just going to tilt it that way, because one thing you can also see is that there's gold in the pan now. Now what we'll try and gently do is drain the water without draining the gold, obviously. Okay, so see there's some nice bits of gold there. Now what we want to do is press shift, and that enters gold picking mode. So then you move the target, the crosshairs over the gold, and press pick up. And if it's big enough to pick up with the tweezers, the tweezers will work. And as you can see up in the top right corner, our gold count is going up, and when it's small, the little squeeze bottle will go and do its business. And as you can see, overnight we also had our first loan repayment go off, and our rent too probably. So let's shift. Oh yeah, there's another little bit there. Now I haven't seen any gold with the second wash. Okay, it seems you get all the gold with the first. Yeah, try as I might, I've never been able to get more gold from a second wash. So just tilt it like that. E to exit panning mode. Drop the pan on the ground, get our concentrate bucket, line it up, use. Now drop the bucket. One thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go back to town. When we get to an ounce, we're going to go back and sell it. But also what we're going to do is buy a generator and some lights, because one thing that is not conducive to making a YouTube video is the darkness of night. So what we're going to do is make sure that you good folks can see at night too, as well as me. Let's just drain as much of this water as we can. Beautiful. Bring the pan back here and do that, and shift into collector mode. Nice big bit there. Ooh, that was a good chunk. Yeah, we're making bank off of these pans. Oh, careful, Bish, careful. I did this. Oh, I accidentally did that in my test game and then dropped the pan and lost all the gold. So you got to be really careful. Keep your finger away from the E key when you're doing this. Just a little pro tip there, folks. So we're already over half an ounce, and we haven't even done 2 pans yet. So we obviously were digging in good ground, or okay ground. Oh, come on. Come on. No. There's 2 more bits there. Oh, no. Didn't want to exit panning mode, you plod. Alright, let's go down. Let's give it a quick extra wash just in case. I would really hate to think I dumped gold. No. Alright. Let's get rid of that. Go E. Drop. Bucket. Do that. Do that. Do that. Okay, let's move it out. Move it down. Water. Water. Whoa. Slow down, Bish. Slow down. If you don't want the gold to go shooting out of the pan, get a little bit more water. Go. Well, that's panning. Right. Alright, shift to recovery mode. Beautiful. Let's see if we can get an ounce on out to an ounce on this pan. Looking good. I reckon we're going to be pretty close. It's not as good as the last pan, but there's some healthy chunks in there. I reckon we'll get to. If we don't get quite to an ounce, we're going to be really close on this little bit. There we go. Alright, we've got our first lucky... our first ounce. Okay, you're lucky. I've never seen anything like that. It's the biggest gold nugget I've seen in 40 years of my experience as a miner. I hope it's not just beginner's luck, and you'll use it wisely. to stop shoveling and start using proper machines. Check what you need to run the mobile wash plant. And don't forget about an excavator. Even the small one should be enough for you. Alright, so we found a big nugget. So we're going to click OK. And 39 ounces, 40 ounces of good old-fashioned gold in our... So what we're going to have to do is go into town and melt it. And all that stuff. And we're going to do that in the next episode. What we're going to do is we're going to finish panning our... I'm going to finish panning our concentrate from our first night's work. I can't see any more gold in there, can you? No, beautiful. Alright, Dumpsville. Population U. E, bucket. That's our last bucket. That's our last pour of concentrate. Wait that there. Move that out. Drop it in the water. Get a nice big hunk of water. Get to turning. Get to turning. Doing our panning thing. You can see our last bit of gold for the day. Okay. Recovery mode. Finger away from the E key. Not waste any gold here. Oh yeah, one more bit. Beautiful. Give it a quick extra twirl. Nope. Beautiful. Alright. Your days panning gold are over, folks. 40.3 ounces. So we're going to leave this episode here. I want to thank you all for joining us. When we come back, we'll be off to town to smelt our gold, buy it, and buy the parts we need for the mobile wash plant, which is going to be awesome, which means we're going to really start making some bank. We can also hire workers now, because we've got the hog pans, and they will be able to be used by workers. So that's something we're going to have a play with too in the coming episodes. And yeah, so next episode we're going to be setting up our mobile wash plant, and they've already got the outline for the tier 3 wash plant here with the trommel and all that jazz. We're going to be setting up our mobile wash plant dig site. Yeah, so we're going to be setting up out here somewhere, finding some good ground to mine. And I think I like the look. I'm going to say I really like the look of this ground here. The trick is we need to be near water. So I don't know if there's any water over the back here, but I like the look of this ground. So yeah, I want to thank you all for joining us. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, thumbs up, all that good stuff. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe for more videos if you'd like to, and hit the notification icon. And comments, please feel free to leave comments. I love reading them, and your hints, tips and all that good stuff is really most valued. But yeah, I think we're going to dig in this depression here and bring our mobile wash plant over here, our excavator, and you know what, actually we're going to dig here. This patch of ground looks interesting, so this is where we're going to set up. Yeah, so I want to thank you. So we're going to need hoses and all that good stuff. So, anywho, I want to thank you all for joining us. Until next time. Laters.